Gary Dynes' last-minute tyre change held up the start of the 125cc race. A good result here would strengthen series leader Owen McNally's championship bid, while Dennis McCullough had another chance to build up those race muscles. Meanwhile, Gary Dynes had opted for a cut slick on the front, the changing weather making tyre choice a lottery for all of the riders. But they're ready to go. It's over 5 laps.
The revs build as the Super Kings 125 race gets underway. Little 125s revving right up to 11,000 revs. Who will lead them on the opening lap? As they go round the left-hander, it's McNally from number 14 there, Brian Campbell. But at the jumps, look at this man, Dynes. We're in for a real battle here, Alan.
Yeah, Dynes there just moving up alongside McNally and getting ready to overtake him. Brian Campbell still there in third, but now they head down past the Craigie College. Who's going to have the fastest machine down into the fastest section of the course? Well, here they are back at McBride's, and it looks as though it's Dynes, Harold.
It's Dynes from McNally, and there's Bob Jackson on a 125. Unusual to see Bob Jackson on a 125 with Dennis McCullough in fourth place. So Jackson now in third. Dynes has a look over his left shoulder to see who's behind him, and it's that man Jackson, who's usually seen on bigger capacity machines and classics. But it's McNally, the winner of the 250 race, now really tuned in the 125 as they come around lessons for the first time. Jackson closing up on Dynes. On the brakes now, the Gibson chicane. It's McNally from Dynes, from Jackson, from McCullough.
Mark Curtin there next through, followed by Brian Campbell, and then Trevor Ritchie the next through. But now the leaders back at the S's, and still that's Owen McNally from Gary Dynes, and Bob Jackson going fabulously well here in third position in the 125. Started riding it this year, but through now to complete the opening lap, and it's McNally in the lead from Dynes, Jackson and McCullough.
Across the line to go. McNally 1.5 seconds ahead of Dynes, with Jackson a similar distance behind in third place. But look at him now. He's going round the outside of Dynes in the 125. Having to hold back there as they go up the hill. But he has it in his head to get into second place at the moment. Over the jumps to come, and it's McNally jumping the front wheel. And that man Jackson is now up to second place. He's really on a charge, Alan.
Yeah, he's on a charge. He looks to have a very fast machine. Bob usually has very fast equipment, but certainly now he's closing right in here on McNally. McNally then in the lead. Jackson in second. Gary Dynes in third as they go through McBride's corner. Tricky, adverse cambered right-hander there, and then accelerate hard out down through Farmhouse and on the approach to Shaw's Rise.
And it's still McNally from Jackson, and saw the back wheel step out there, so he's really on a real charge. But McNally, the man with the head behind the screen, not worrying who's behind him at the moment, keeping his head down as he comes down into lessons. It's McNally from Jackson, from Dynes, from McCullough. The rest of the field nowhere in sight. Hard on the brakes, the back wheel pattering as they come through these man-made corners. It's still the same order. McNally in the lead in the S's from Jackson. He seems to be closing in. Dynes now still in third. McCullough still in fourth as they come into the rector corner once again.
Yeah, Bob Jackson now goes through in second position. He's had his ace tutor in the vintage classes, Peter Berwick, do some work on this little 125 Honda, so has he got extra speed out of it? We'll wait to see as they get up to the faster section of the course. But McNally still leads. Jackson in second, Dynes in third, and Dennis McCullough there riding superbly following his comeback from the Isle of Man injuries in fourth position.
So we're in lap 3 now of this 125 race. Championship points at stake, and McNally wants to get as many as he can because he's trailing in the championship because of the search circuit results from other riders. But McNally now hard on the brakes round the right-hander. But the man who is amazing me is that man Jackson, who told me earlier in the day that he would like to spend more time in getting this 125 faster, and he seems to have been spending a fair bit of time on it because he's really closing in now on McNally.
Yeah, there's no doubt it's the fastest 125 out amongst them there. You can see it coming down the straight. Bob has it on speed now up into the McBride chicane, and in fact we're back at the lessons now, and it's McNally, Jackson, Dynes and McCullough, and the four of them are well clear of everyone else as they arrive here at the Gibson chicane, the old domain gate there coming through. The order's still the same, down into the S's and shortly down to complete the end of this lap. But before that they've this tricky right-hander here to direct you to negotiate, and McNally still leads from Bob Jackson.
And certainly McNally left no room there for Jackson to get through on the inside. two races now developing, first and second, third and fourth. But the distance now only less than half a second between McNally and Jackson. And Jackson really going for it here. Look at him as he goes up round the right-hander, closing in right on the back wheel of McNally. And they come to the jumps, he goes through, and it's a new leader in Bob Jackson. So for the first time we see Bob Jackson lead a 1-2-5 road race here in Ulster.
And coming down into McBride's again, Bob Jackson still leads. Owen McNally looking for a little move up the inside there, but not close enough that time. Dynes still there in third, McCullough in fourth. Now they'll head down round towards the farmhouse corner. Out of that they come very fast, up to 130 miles per hour, accelerating on down and up towards Shaw's Rise, flat out through this right-hander. Can McNally make a move? The answer is no. It's still Jackson as they go towards the chicane.
And Jackson really on strong there as they go up into McBride's chicane, and we're back at the lessons. It's still Jackson from McNally, from Dynes, from McCullough. What a quartet we have here. Hard on the brakes now. You can see McNally's left foot drop out there as he goes down the gearbox, bouncing off the gear lever as he comes down. But he's back in front now, so he's got him between the chicane there and the S's. So a new leader in McNally. McNally leads from Jackson as we go out onto the last lap. McNally, head down now, tight in behind the screen. Has Jackson shown his hand too early? He certainly got past the Korean man and showed what he could do. Is he going to have another go at him as they go over Hannes jumps for the last time? And he does, and Jackson literally jumps into the lead there. On brave move there by Bob Jackson.
Yeah, and getting a bit of a wobble on there, so McNally in behind him. Let's look at them on speed, and the other man to watch is Dynes, because Dynes is getting away from McCullough, and I think it's closing in. Yes, Dynes is closing in, the pair of them here. So coming down to McBride's on the last lap. Bob Jackson still leads. Owen McNally's there in second position, but Dynes is with them now in third. McCullough has dropped back and forth. So it was a two-man battle. Now it's a three-man battle, Harold.
But the McNally now again back in front. So it's anybody's guess as who's going to be in front when they go across the line. But at the moment it's McNally from Jackson from Dynes, and Dynes really on the back wheel there of Bob Jackson. Down into the lessons for the last time. Can't afford to make any mistakes now. Dynes is with him as we see McCullough well back off the pace. McNally still leading in the S's from Jackson, from Dynes. Down into the electric corner for the last time, and Jackson makes that mistake, runs wide, but he's holding him off. He turns on the power, and Jackson there, after making a mistake, rectifies it to take second place as McNally wins a wonderful 1-2-5 race.
Yes, another win for Owen McNally. He'll be starting to like this course soon. Bob Jackson's hard work in the smaller bike finally paid off, while Gary Dynes took another podium place. A close thing, less than 2 seconds between the top three.
Came here, me and Paul Robson sort of near enough joint points in the championship, and he doesn't come here, so I thought to myself, if I can win here, give me 25 points, we got a good jump on him, you know, and so I sort of had planned to win, but I knew Dynes and stuff, but I didn't expect Bob Jackson now, because Bob's been knocking the door in the 1-2-5, but he's never really been right up there, but he's got her going well now, so we had a good